The market is up bigly, but is now the time to buy. Let's jump right into it. First, I got to tell you, I'm nervous AF when I see a close under the 10, a close under the 10, a close under the 20, and then a big old giant candle like this. Honestly, that does not give me warm and fuzzies whatsoever. And then in the midst of this outlier block right here, I got to tell you, Chris is not looking like a happy camper. Like I'm sure a lot of people are. There may be a ton of people who are FOMOing into the market today. And in fact, let's go look at the S&P 500 map. I bet this is bright green AF, almost as big as Joe's background right there. I'm gonna remove you, Joe. I don't know how that happened. Almost as big and green as Joe's background. Yeah, as I expected. Now, should you be FOMOing into this market? Let's take a data-driven approach to see if now is the time or isn't the time to get in. But let me start off by saying this is my style of trading using outlier, and I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. So what is the market telling us? So let's look at the trend of the market. First trend of the market, we definitely see the 10 is over the 20 and price is over the 50. We gave up the short term. We gave up the intermediate term, but we still held the long term moving averages here. And now crossing back over, it may be game on. It may be game on. Let's look a little bit deeper under the surface. Do we have a buy signal on the SPY? Well, actually, we don't. We have a sell signal on the SPY. Now, could this flip on Monday? It could. I'll be the first to tell you it totally could, right? Don't get so married to anything that you can't be open to what's happening in the market in front of your eyes, okay? So what we can see today, as I'm recording this, we have that sell signal. And so then let's take a step further. Let's look at market breadth. This has been making me a bit nervous lately. And if we look on the market, right? This is on the market, right? Let me double check that I got it right on the market. Yeah, we have a bearish crossover on the market. So less and less buy signals, more and more sell signals, less and less uptrends, more and more downtrends. Bros, I'm telling you right now, the market, while it looks good on a single day, there's no way that I'm putting any money at risk in this market. Under the hood, we got sell signals. Under the hood, we have bearish breadth. One bullish candle like this is not giving Chris all the warms and fuzzies, but that's okay. That's okay, because we need to follow our plan. Whatever that plan may be, you need to come up with what that looks like. And we can look at a few stocks in just a minute, right? So put some of those stocks in the chat. And let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards. They're the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. There we go. There, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I'm completely out of the market, but you know who's not out of the market? Some of our members. So I want to showcase our member highlight for the week. And today is Friday, which is my very favorite day of the week, which means we need to do our weekly winner circle. That is right. Today, I get to give away money. Now, maybe not so much money anymore. Maybe some sweet merch. How's that sound? Maybe some sweet swag, right? So the way that you can be entered to win is by going into our Discord as a member of Outlier, going to the share your big wins. Where is that at? Hang on. I've lost it. Share your big wins. I'm on it right now. Going into the share your big wins and telling us how you've been using Outlier. Now, for this week, there are 35 possible winners. Some of these include Party Van, include Soul Invictus, include Golden Oldie, Chris in Wisconsin, and we'll start off with Corvette and Rolex, which is our friend Trav. Let's see what Trav had to say. Hey, Outlier, happy Friday. This is Trav. I got out of Celsius because of the bearish breadth today in the staple sector. So that was last Friday. After rolling twice, I walked away with 62.95% gains. Thanks, Outlier, for helping me come up with my own plan and sticking to it through all the ups and downs and noise. Now, this is a big deal. I wanted to highlight this one because he's talking about his own plan, right? I get to share with you my plan, but you still got to come up with what works for you with your lifestyle and everything that you are working with. So Trav, I'm super stoked that you're here. Dark O'Clock also left a cool note. He rolled Dow for an immediate 38% gain, then accidentally rolled again for another 33% gain, giving him a 35% gain, and also taking almost half the risk off the table. The rest I consider nice in the money runners and already up in the post market. Thank you to Chris and the OVTLYR team for the wins. I'm a full-fledged annual member now. I paid for with the profits thanks to you and your team. Dude, that is the point of OVTLYR, right? We want you to be so profitable, it's unbelievable, right? Masters of the universe money is what we're looking for here. Not just for me, but for you, okay? And Darvian, a big win for the week is finishing New Trader, Rich Trader, one of my top 5 favorite trading books. I made every mistake New Trader has made and then some. It's been great being able to find a rich trader like Chris, thank you, who takes the time to teach us new traders how to develop a plan and be successful in the market. August has been very chaotic, but for the month, he has been killing it. Absolutely. Dude, you are way ahead of me at this point. I'm not even joking, Darvian. This is outstanding. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to everybody who shared their wins this week. Now, let's give away some cool stuff. So there are 34 potential winners. Now, my rule is for every 20 people, we will give away something. So out of 34, that's going to give us 2 possible winners. But what are we going to win this week? This is new. Our merch store is open. By all means, if you want to support OVTLYR, go grab it. It is literally at the lowest possible price that we are allowed to sell through this platform. So let's see what we're going to give away today on the Wheel of Winners. The Wheel of Winners. Let's see what we're going to give away. So first giveaway is an OVTLYR flag coffee mug. All right, cool. So everybody who wins today, we will ship you out an OVTLYR flag coffee mug. I don't have one of those. I have an OVTLYR University mug. There you go. Little display action going on here. An OVTLYR flag coffee mug. So who is going to win an OVTLYR flag coffee mug? Number 10, that was, actually, I need to number these real quick. It was 1, it was this plus 1, all the way down. Number 10 is David, 42-124. Outstanding. Congratulations for an OVTLYR flag coffee mug. All right, now what's the next prize going to be? The next prize is going to be, spin this up again. Isn't this way more fun? I think this is way more fun. The next prize that's going to win is a Monkey Hammer koozie. I do have one of those. Where's it at? I just had it like 5 minutes ago. Where the wide world of sports did I put my Monkey Hammer koozie? Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Here it is. Boom, get yourself a Monkey Hammer koozie, just like yours truly has right here on his desk in front of him. And who's going to win that one? Who's going to win the Monkey Hammer koozie? Let's see. Let's see. Next number is number 34. Look, the last person, Pat G. Pat Green won. Outstanding work, Pat. So this was a Monkey Hammer koozie. Outstanding. So Pat and David are the big winners from our weekly winner circle in the Discord. But don't stress. If you weren't one of those, you still have a chance to win right now. You still have a chance to win right now by typing hashtag OVTLYR in the chat if you are watching live. If you're watching on the replay, sorry, it's too late. It's too late. Hey, you know what? Pat Greeny. It was Pat Green. Pat Greeny. Dude, congratulations. I am so happy for you. All right. Who's going to be the lucky third person? Who's going to be the lucky third person? It's going to be David Fritz. David, dude, I'm so excited for you. Hang on. Let's see what David's going to win. Let's see what David's going to win over on the Wheel of Winners here. Let's see what David's going to win. David's going to win an OVTLYR University hat, just like this one. Awesome. Congratulations, David. So you just won yourself an OVTLYR University hat, just like this. So we can match, Dave. Can't wait to wear this at the same time as you, David. I am so stoked for all of our winners. Let me shoot April an email that we are giving away the hat to David before I forget, because I'll forget, David. I got you, my dude. I'm not going to forget on you. Send this to April, and then Friday winners. There we go. And David gets an OVTLYR University hat. So David, the way that you can claim your prize is by sending us an email over at support@ovtlyr.com. The other people who won in the Discord, that was Pat and David, wait a minute. David, did you win twice? That would be the sickest day ever. David, did you win twice? Tell me in the chat, David, did you win twice? Because that would be unbelievable. You would be the luckiest dude ever. Okay. So David 42 124 and Pat G, April will reach out to you on Discord to get your information, and we will shoot you those prizes. David said that's not me. David, if it was cool, if it was you, that would be so cool. That would be so stinking cool. All right, let's move on. Congratulations to all of our winners, and of course, please continue to tell me your success stories in the chat, because the easiest way, the best way that you can pay me back is just by telling everybody you know about Outlier. Now, what are the sectors telling us, right? We looked at what the market's telling us, but let's look at the sectors. What sectors are looking beautiful right now? Probably not very many. I'm going to pull up VAC Labs 5.2. I don't have 6.0 loaded on here right now, VAC Lab, but let's take a look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Charlotte asked, did you send the Outlier University hat mug to all the alphas? It'd be cute to see them all wearing their hats. All the alphas are going to get all kinds of cool stuff. Joe, you're going to get all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not telling you anything, but I am telling you, you're going to get some cool stuff.
Hey, it sounds like we all need to get the alphas together and do another live for Charlotte.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm in.
All right. So looking at the different sectors here, nothing's really lighting up to me. We have a lot of sectors that are either flat or getting lower on the donkey channels. Now, what in the wide world of sports is a donkey channel? This is the number of uptrends versus downtrends. We want to see more uptrends coming through, less downtrends. And on this particular example that I'm pointing at right here, we have more uptrends, less downtrends. It's not what we're seeing. We're seeing a slight move down on both the number of uptrends and the number of downtrends. And it's pretty much the same across every sector. So what sector was this? I just clicked on random. Financials. Same thing here. More downtrends, less uptrends. Let's look at another one. Real estate. Oh, real estate looks good, but it's pretty flat. It's flat on the day. No more uptrends, and there's actually more downtrends. So there are no great sectors. There are no great sectors. However, remember, all stocks are bad, but every once in a while they act right. I want to take a look at some of your stocks. So put some of your stocks in the chat. What I want to do here real quick is run the screener. I'm not looking at any stock in particular at all that I'll be buying. Hands down, will not be buying anything today. But let's take a look at some stocks. Let's look at BG. Let's look at BG. Close some tabs over here. Let's look at BG. So first, BG. This is, what stock is this? Bunge Global. Bungie Global. Okay. So this is in the staples sector. In the staples sector, we see less uptrends, but less downtrends as well. So that's interesting. Less uptrends and less downtrends. Let's mark this over here in Outlier 9. Let's mark this up on Outlier 9. And let's reset this. So the trend is still there, but the signal and breadth are both bearish on the SPY. We're going into the staple sector. I'm going to give you a half. I'm going to give you a half score on breadth right here. Fear and greed. It's moving up. It's moving up. All right. Now, here's a bad thing. Here's a bad thing. Staple sectors do not equate to a strong market. In fact, staple sectors are where people go for flights to safety. Moving up just slightly on the fear and greed. It's got that buy signal. It's got the 10 over 20, price over 50. So it's looking really sharp from that perspective. Let's go look at the chart on Bunge. That's not the right one. What am I looking at? It's not BE. It's BG. BG. My bad. BG. Oh, look at that. All right. Now, here's some things to note here. All right. First, if it can close on top of this order block, that's a really good sign. These are trapped buyers back from June who have been wanting to get out of this stock ever since that point. And if it closes over it, that's a great sign. But here's a big but. You got one right on top of your head. Right on top of your head, right overhead. It doesn't have any room to move before it gets into another area of overhead supply. So I'm going to mark this as a weak buy on Bunge Global. I'm going to mark that as a weak buy on Bunge Global. Let's go to, let's do one more here. Somebody said you in the chat. Jaime Rojas says you in the chat. I also have you on my screener. Let's go look at you, Jaime. Let's go look at you, Jaime. All right. So you is in the tech sector. What is you? I don't know what you is. Clear source class A. Okay. So we're in the tech sector, less uptrends, more downtrends, crossover on breadth. So that's not so great. Fear and greed, it's down on the day, down on the day. So we're going to keep that red. Let's reset these guys. And we can see, okay, fear and greed's pushing up on the stock itself. This is the average fear and greed for everything in the sector. Got the 10 over 20, price over 50 outlier trend template with a buy signal. So that looks pretty sharp. Trend signal, fear and greed is growing ever so slightly, but it's growing. Let's go look at you. Ooh, that looks great. That looks great. Now, the issue here is that the market's not trending, or the market is trending, but you've got a sell signal in the market and you've got breadth holding it back, right? If these were lined up, this is going to help you that much more. The sector, the tech sector, fear and greed is going down. The breadth on the sector, more sell signals, less buy signals, less greed, more fear. That's not going to help you either. The stock on its own is looking great. Now, here's the deal. Know where your risk is at, because this is a beautiful setup here. Absolutely gorgeous setup here. This is what a big, beautiful trend looks like. All right, let's look. You says do airport security gate tech or something like that. How about that? How about that? Let's go with Basil wants to look at Hood. Basil wants to look at Hood. By the way, I noticed Joe put on his outlier flag hat. I like it, Joe. Looking sharp. Looking sharp.
Oh,
Joe,
thanks, man.
quit
Because
stealing the show, man. Quit stealing the
my
show.
friend,
This is my show. All right. Let's go to Hood. Actually, wonder if Joe would be available to just hang out with us. I wonder if Joe could swing that. I know Joe's got some big moves coming in his life. Maybe Joe could swing that. That would be really cool. The Chris and Joe show. Maybe we can do something fun like that, Joe. We'll have to see. Either way, let's go to the Hood. Financials. Breadth is not great. Breadth is not great. It needs a breadth, man. We're going to leave it there. Fear and greed, average score. Actually moving up ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Let's reset on the Hood. Let's see. We got a buy signal. No. Actually, most recent is a sell signal. I missed that one. I was hiding in that candle there. Most recent is a sell signal. Do we still have a bullish trend here? We do. 10 over 20, price over 50. Okay, but we do have order blocks on top of it. We got a trend. We got a sell signal. Got the order blocks right there. That needs to stay red. Let's go look at the fear and greed on the Hood. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The greed is gone. The greed is gone, Robinhood. Now we're facing more towards fear. I wouldn't be buying Hood with your money. No way. Dude, Hood looks like a donkey doo-doo stock right here. I am not interested in Hood at all. Now, does that mean that it's going to crash? Does that mean it's going to zero? Does that mean this is the worst investment of all time? No. That means that this does not fit my particular plan, does not fit my risk profile. But by all means, if that works for you, you do you, boo. Manny says, that is a food stamp if I've ever seen one. All right. So listen, we covered a lot today, and I want to make sure that you understand. We are trying to make OVTLYR as profitable as possible. We want to give you the very best experience to help you make masters of the universe money, right? The way that you can help us is by telling everybody you know. And understand that the afternoon live streams from this point forward are invitation only. That's not because we don't care about you. We don't want to put things for free out here on YouTube. We actually want to take better care of our OVTLYR customers. And we feel that that is the best way to do so is by making sure that those who are watching live as we put on live trades have access to OVTLYR. So you have all the same data that I do. Because if you don't have access to OVTLYR, you don't have the same data that I do, you probably shouldn't be putting on the same trades that I do because it's not going to fit your trading plan. Because how would you have that trading plan anyway? So thank you all so much for coming. I want you to be a part of the game. I want you to be successful. And most of all, I want you to have a fantastic weekend. Click one of these two buttons if you want to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk as I stumble over all my words. We'll talk soon.